Hello my friends, welcome back to Coffee Tea Paper, and today we're starting off in my Traveler's Notebook Hotel Edition. I'm going to do my decorating for last week a bit later. I didn't actually have all that much to put in, and I really wanted to decorate some of the covers for my journals. So you can see here my this cover holds my multimedia journal, my washi tape journal, and my fountain pen ink swatching journal as well. So we'll do some swatching later. I've got another 2 inks to share with you. But first I thought we would decorate this cover of my multimedia journal. So this is where I have started doing reviews of books, TV shows, movies, all sorts of things that I have been finishing. I used to track that in my bullet journal last year and I've really missed it. So I thought I would start a multimedia journal. I have an idea that I would like to use one of these message cards on the front cover, which was part of the Traveler's Notebook limited edition B-sides and rarities that came out last year. And I thought it would be perfect to put on this one, which says, "Have a good day, good music, good coffee, and a good notebook." That's the sort of thing that I associate with my media journal as well, because I will often sit down when I'm having my coffee and my notebook and I listen to music. It really makes me feel connected with what it is that I have just finished reading or watching. Yeah, and it's interesting. I've been picking up on more things by coming back and thinking about what it is that I enjoyed about these different types of media. So in order to reflect the music and coffee and those sorts of things, I have a collection of stickers and my stamps that have, I guess, things to do with the theme. The stickers are actually some stamped images that one of my pen pals, Helen from at Keep Your Chin Up from Instagram, sent me, and yeah, so I've been saving them. So I really wanted to use them on something I know I will keep. So now is the time. So there's just a little journal sticker on a journal about journaling. Oh dear. The other thing I did was I worked out how I wanted to lay everything out on the cover. Then in order to keep everything fresh in my mind, normally I would take a photo of it, but because I'm using my phone to film this, I couldn't actually take a photo and then refer back to it. So I thought, oh well, I'll just use the other booklet there in order to lay the things out so I can remember how I had them. And I'm using a couple of different inks here that match in with that label. There's the Shachihata Mandarin Orange, and then what was the other one? Let me check. Dewdrop Fast Drying Pigment Ink Brilliance in Pearlescent Ivy. That's the green. And I also decided I wanted my little jaunty coffee cup stamp, which I got from Action, which is a sort of discount department store in the Netherlands. And the stamp's a bit wonky on the holder, but I think it was like 50 cents or something. And for that I am using another Dewdrops ink, which is Fast Drying Pigment Ink Brilliance Pearlescent Chocolate. There we go. It kind of bugged me with my name stamp there that I got from Black Milk Project, that I pressed too hard and I got ink on the edge of the stamp, and that was on the cover. I thought, oh, I can let it ride, it's okay, I can get over it. And so I popped my notebook in here, and then I decided that no, I can't get over it, it really annoys me. So what do? We pop a sticker over the top, and I'm loving these little coffee stickers that I got in a recent order when I think I ordered some things for my daughter for her birthday, and I put them in for myself. But I got them from Washi Gang. Yeah, so I am happy with that one. I'll have to come back and do something similar to the others as well, because they look very boring now in comparison. And then I'll be able to tell them apart at a glance. So you might remember we did some ink swatching in this one when I was setting it up, and I did the Diamine Cocoa Shimmer ink, and of course I was very heavy-handed and it went through the pages. Yeah, look, I'm not overly worried about that, it's a lesson learnt. But I have now deployed the paper towel the paper towel backup measure. So here I am with my self-carved ink bottle stamp, just inking that up, and I decided I would ink down the bottom of the page so it doesn't get that other ink splodge in it. And then I thought it might be quite fun to go through my journal and alternate. Anyway, I am not intending to use the reverse side of each, so the left hand side, because I want to see how the inks go with ghosting and bleed through on this lightweight paper, because it's very similar to the Tomoe River letter writing paper that I use to write a lot of my pen pal letters on, particularly to my international pen pals, with postage being a little tricky. So this is an ink by Robert Oster. It is a signature ink, and I made a bit of a mistake with this one. I got very excited about the color, and the color is called Aussie Liquid Gold Shake and Shimmy, and it's number 15500. Now, yeah, this was a mistake because I got so excited about the fact that it was a beautiful yellow golden ink with shimmer that I didn't read the fine details that it is an ink art ink, and it is designed not to be used with fountain pens. I have had all sorts of problems with it clogging up my Kaweco iridescent pearl pen here, even though it does have a broad nib on it, because it is actually designed to be used with calligraphy pens, like dip pens and brushes, not fountain pens. The other issue that I have with it is that even though I cleaned out this pen very thoroughly, I made sure that there was no colour coming through at all after I flushed it. When I filled it with this ink, there's still some contamination from the previous ink that I had in there, which was a green ink, and so you can see that the pen is kind of writing in an almost lime, a limey type color, which is different from the swatch in the ink bottle that I did. I don't actually own a dip pen. I don't own any calligraphy pens. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use that ink, so I'm a bit sad about that. If you have any suggestions, I would be very, very grateful to hear them, because I do love the colour of that ink. We're doing a second one today, and this is a Ferris wheel press ink, and it's a limited edition from 2021, and it's the Lady Rose in Gold, which is kind of it's kind of a peculiar name because it doesn't translate from the French name. A Ferris wheel press is a Canadian brand, so it's Canada is bilingual with English and French. The French name of the ink is actually Thé à la Rose Dorée, which actually translates to golden rose tea. I actually prefer that name over the Lady Rose in Gold, because to me it does remind me more of a they've got another ink that I have been eyeing off, and I think it's like the Earl Grey, something along those lines, and it reminds me of that ink but with a touch of pink and a touch of shimmer. So I think that would be a more descriptive name for the tea. I know they have a pen, that's the Lady Rose pen. I haven't actually looked up what they call it in French, so that's on my to-do list because I'd be interested to see what they call that pen. So I'm just admiring how it moves in my TWSBI Diamond 580 here. As you know, I do love a demonstrator fountain pen. Not only is it handy, but it's just pretty. And here the Aussie Gold, Aussie Liquid Gold, it has a bit of a silver shimmer in it as well. I do like the shimmer inks, I have to say. On this one you can see I wasn't such a heavy hand with the ink swatch, so it hasn't bled through as much, and the ghosting is minimal as well. Now for my memory keeping for last week, my son made me this beautiful little card, and he enjoyed the process of making it so much. He came home and he described exactly how he had done it and the processes that he took and the type of paper that they used, and he was just really interested in the whole process of it, which was nice, because obviously that sort of art and drawing and playing with inks and that kind of thing I enjoy too. And the other thing was that we went out for breakfast as a family for Father's Day, which was last weekend, and this particular cafe restaurant gives you a little information card when you order your tea or coffee with a description of the origins and flavor notes. It's like a tasting notes card for any coffee or tea that you order. So I've just popped that into. I've written some little notes underneath that card as well that I'm not going to share. Yes, so that is my page for last week. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a great week until then. Bye.